on the game?
I'm so proud of this team. Resilience. We went on the road 31 days without a home game. I don't think anybody understands how hard that is for student athletes to have class, to play the games, to travel, to keep on improving, to be looking like, we had a chance to win the game and then we got behind and we have to keep on fighting and then you miss a shot and they make a shot. Force the game to overtime. Had to come up with a big defensive stop to get the game into overtime. And then overtime, I think we did our best job overall. And then I thought we did an outstanding job of taking care of the basketball. We didn't make shots. I think we were 1 or 2 for 15 from the three-point line or something in the second half. But to win a game against a team who's favored to win their conference championship, their MEAC conference preseason pick for the championship, team that beat us by 10 or 15 last year on their home court, to beat that team who's well coached and athletic, and so proud of our team because they never quit. They found a way, even at the very end. Donovan Fields has a presence of mind to attack, but share it at the end. Mm-hmm. It was like Victor Joseph last year hit a shot like that to win a game. It just recreated it, and the willingness to do that.
So yeah, Donovan Fields. What does a guy like that bring to the team when he's on the court?
Well, Donovan has an undying spirit about the game and about life. Donovan competes. He has not shot the ball well. I thought he's really forced it. We met a couple days ago about. I thought he needed to take a few more three-pointers. I thought he was bringing the ball to the rim too often and it was kind of forcing his drive. I said, we got to get you back to being a balanced player. Tonight, I thought he scored at all three levels. If you look at Donovan's numbers, 11 for 16, but 6 three-point attempts. See, that's what I want him to be. I want him to have 5 or 6 three-point attempts tonight. I want him to have 5 or 6 mid-range shots, pull up in the gap. I want to have 5 or 6 times that he gets all the way to the rim and maybe gets fouled or finishes it. And I think prior to tonight, he was having 1 to 2 or 3 three-pointers, and he was bringing everything to the rim, and he kind of went away from his mid-range, and he certainly went away from taking the three. You saw a couple of those threes that were just like, okay, your drive is going to be more open if you can knock down a couple of threes. So we got him back to having great balance. And then you look at the rest of it, where he had four assists and only 2 turnovers. As a team, we finally had a great, Cal Poly-esque ball control game where we have 11 assists and only 8 turnovers. And that's why you could shoot so poorly from the perimeter. 7 for 28. You still win a game against a conference champion. A team that could be very well be in the NCAA tournament.
All right.
What kind of an angle did you have on that last play? And when you saw it leave his hands, did you know it was way off?
I had a great angle right behind it, and I thought, boy, that's going to bank in. The thing I always worry about with shots like that is whether they're short. I mean, you have no chance if they're short. But I saw it had enough distance there. The hard part is for a battle like that from Bethune-Cookman. They had the same shot Thursday night against San Jose State. They had a 3-point attempt that would have won it for them at the buzzer. It hit the back rim and bounced out. And then for them to have it done to them, it's hard coaching profession to lose 2 games at the buzzer and now have to travel all the way back. But I think they know they're a tough team, and they'll build from that and they'll get right back to it. They had to do what we have to. They got on the road, played a lot of games now. They'll get back to their home court and have a chance to win the conference title.
Banked in shot notwithstanding, Mark seems to have really improved his outside shooting. Can you talk a little bit about what he's done
Mark,
coming into this year?
Well, we saw Mark in high school, and he was an inconsistent shooter. The thing we thought that Mark had was energy and athleticism, but he needed to really be a consistent shooter. He has to shoot the same way every time. And since he has so much energy and enthusiasm, Mark kind of shot the ball differently from time to time. Worked a lot his redshirt year. Sophomore year, he was solid. He made some shots there if he was on balance. But now Mark's getting the ability to shoot off the move a little bit more and still keep his balance. The game of basketball's most important word is balance. Offensive balance, defensive balance, scoring balance, body balance. It's an old. I didn't invent that. That's John Wooden. Okay, and so I think that Mark has improved his balance for his shooting.
2 freshmen seem to have really, in your road trip, kind of become engaged as real contributors. Junior and Daxton both, especially in the first half tonight. Kind of really have been contributing on both ends of the floor. What have you seen from them?
Well, I think you're forgetting 3 freshmen because really Tuca has been playing 15 to 20 minutes and had an injury last 2 practices ago, and will be out for a couple. We have him available for Cal, but that's 3 freshmen that have been giving us solid minutes. And when Kuba went out with the ankle, we started Jackson, and he played 25, 30 plus minutes against Fresno State. So the thing I like about the freshmen, they have the bodies to play with the big, the big guys now. Junior Ballard is physically strong enough right now and physically aggressive enough to contribute right away. Jackson is confident in his shot, long enough, athletic enough to go ahead and dunk on you or go ahead and hit a 3-pointer as a freshman. And then Tuca at 6'10", he's 225 pounds now. He's already gained 5 pounds while being here, working in the weight room. So I think our freshman group is just outstanding, the contribution that they've made already.
You talked about balance kind of late in the second half, maybe the 7-minute mark. You guys missed a lot of 3-pointers, it seemed like, on possessions kind of in a row, and had a hard time kind of getting it inside. Is that something you guys talked to your team about, and how were you guys attacking them late, and how did you guys kind of get back in the game?
I think that when you saw that score and we were down by 3, I think we had 3 threes to try to tie it up. And I think that psychologically, we were talking about trying to keep that balance where we go inside and get some penetration, get to the free throw line. There's a magical thing when you see you're down by 3, you think, well, I just need to make 1 3-pointer and we tie it up. I think that kind of fool's gold us a few times. One of those shots was great. One was pretty good. And one was not so good. But at the same time, they go in. It's as we were trying to tell our guys, a good rhythm shot is better than a forced turnover. And I think that at the end there, that's the way we took care of the ball, took down the stretch, and get a shot. Make sure you get a shot every single time. And then you have a chance for an offensive board, and they get the defense set and everything else.
Moving towards next week at Cal, at CSU Bakersfield, what are you looking at for, moving forward, looking at for those 2 teams?
Well, the great thing about playing at Cal and at Bakersfield, those are one night in a hotel. We drive up the night before. We maybe get a practice in there, maybe not, but we go ahead and have a hotel room for one night, get our game plan in, and come back, and then practice here again, and then go over to Bakersfield. I think that what we're looking for really is to carry a little bit of momentum and a little more consistency where, I thought we had a decent chance to beat Fresno State, and I thought that that's going to be the same, kind of athleticism and length and scoring that Cal's going to have as a Pac-12 opponent usually has. What you have high major athletes, and for us, what we got to do is carry over the positives from this game, which was ball control, a few turnovers, and I think that was the part we carried over now. But you're not going to knock Cal off or Bakersfield on home court until we shoot the ball better. So tonight we won at home because of defense and ball control. To run on the road, we got to have ball control, few turnovers, good defense, better rebounding, and then they got to knock those perimeter shots down.
Last question. One thing in the first month or month and a half of the season that you feel like your team's improved on the most, and one thing you guys need to do before conference starts?
Well, I thought by far our matchup zone, players absolutely believe in it and absolutely know that we can hold a team under 25 points in a given half. There's no questioning about it, and we have that faith that we can make, as a team makes adjustments to how they're going to attack us, we have made some adjustments on how we defend that. So that's our number one deal. The thing that we have to improve upon, I think, is clearly the balance between shot selection. Like, I'm open. Is that a good shot? Well, can we get a great shot? Good to great is a very, very hard thing for all coaches to try to explain to players. Like, yeah, well, I could make that. Well, but if we made 5 more passes, could we get a great shot instead of a good shot, and be more consistent with that decision making?
Thank you.
Let's go have dinner.